Welcome to the Shabby Fabrics at Home Studio. Today we're going to make something that is simple but still very beautiful. It's a popular home decor element that you may have seen in stores, and I thought to myself, I can definitely make that on my own. So today we're going to make a wood beaded home decor product. So we're going to actually provide you with the materials to make this, and you're going to have a few different options of how you would like to use what we're sending you. So we will be sending you the beads, the wood beads here, 2 different sizes, and the jute string. And we're going to show you 3 different ways you can use this. So the first option is this decor element, or this, garland here. You can make a full string of it. It's lovely if you put it in a bowl like so, or you can hang it across your mantle if you extend it out this way. This is about 36 inches or so, and you can just drape it how you would like. It's a really beautiful piece, just extended that way. The other option is you can make 4 napkin rings with the beads we're sending you. So these might look familiar. These are our at-home napkins that we made, the fringe, and it can just easily slide over these. They pair so beautifully. So you can make 4 napkin rings, or your third option is you can make 2 of these wooded beads, like vase decor. You can hang these ones on a vase. You can also put them on your furniture. I've seen them on doorknobs. Really, the possibilities are endless. I'm going to show you several different ways, but you can get creative, make it your own. There's no reason why we need to be spending lots of money that some of these popular home decor stores are selling them for, when you can easily make it yourself all on your own. So I'm going to move these aside here, and we will get started. So like I said, we're going to send you the jute and the wood beads that you need to make this, to make whatever option you choose. And so we're going to start by measuring out the amount of string that we're going to use. I'm going to show you guys first how to do the garland or string of decor beads here, and you're going to want to measure it about 40 inches. And I say this because we want it to finish at around 36 inches, and you're going to always want to add about 4 inches to that length. So that way when we string them, you have about 2 inches left of the string to use to tie on. So you're going to cut your jute string here to 40 inches for the beaded garland. And once you do that, we're going to go ahead and we're going to do a little trick here. So for those of you familiar who have worked with jute before, sometimes when you're stringing something with it, it can start to fray. And so instead of having it fray easily, what we're going to do, it's super simple, is we're just going to take a piece of tape, any sort of tape. I'm just using normal clear tape here, but you can use anything as long as it's thin around here. And we're just going to create something to help it slide into the beads easily without it fraying. And we'll just make it nice and thin to make sure that it fits into the beads there, just like that. Super simple. This is going to hold it nice and tight and make sure it doesn't fray. So we're going to set that aside now once we have it measured out, and we're going to begin to make our tassels. So you're going to grab your jute string that you have here, and this is how you're going to make every tassel for each one of these products. We're going to start with the garland one. So we're going to do this. We're going to wrap it around our hands just like so, and we're going to start wrapping it about 20 times. Oops, fell there. There we go. And we're going to do this 20 times over. I'm going to pull more string here. This is about the size of your hand. You can also use something around this size if you'd like to wrap around it. This is about 2 to 3 inches that we're doing this. So we're going to do it about 20 times around there, and then what we're going to do is we're going to cut the ends here. You want to wrap it around your hands so as many times so that way when you cut it, where you're going to cut is going to be at the bottom here. So I'm going to cut it just like so using my Karen K. Buckley scissors, my favorite ones. And we're going to make sure that that piece that I just cut is hanging at the bottom. From there, we're going to untangle it from our hands here, keeping it in place. And we're just going to hold it like so, nice and tight. From there, This gets a little bit tricky, but this is the easiest way to hide your knot when making a tassel. Let me just get this little end off there. There we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to hold the end at the bottom here. We're going to wrap it around just like we wrapped the other ones. And we're going to keep an eye on this one here. We're going to keep it on the outside. From there, we're going to loop it around our hand and make sure we cover that piece there. And we're just going to begin wrapping this upwards, making sure we're hitting that string about 7 times or so, 7 to 10, really just however thick you would like this part of your tassel to be. And then we're going to cut a piece here, and we're going to loop it through that one piece that I told you to keep an eye on here. And we're going to loop it through, and then we're going to pull it from that string that we started with and pull it down. And this is going to tuck the knot into the string here that's holding our tassel together. And we're just going to hold it so. And then what we're going to do is that string that we looped it around with, we can cut that now. We don't need that. And we're going to cut the rest of our tassel at the bottom here through the loops, just like so. I missed a few there, so I'm just going to cut these just like that. And it's going to create a little tassel. Oh, I got one more. Just make sure they're all cut, and then we're going to kind of fray it like this. Give it a little bit more dimension to your tassel. And if you have any loose stragglers here, you can go ahead and just cut it down. It is nice and secure now, so you don't need to worry about it coming loose. And you can't even see your knot here because we hit it and tucked it right in there. So then once you have your tassel here, you're going to grab a pen or something that's just small and pointy here, and we're going to stick the pen or whatever you choose through this loop here and kind of just create more of a hole for us to loop our piece of jute through, just creating a nice smooth little tunnel there. And we're going to grab our jute string that we taped so it didn't fray, and we're just going to stick it directly through there, like so. And now that we have it looped through here, this is the end we want to continue beading our beads with. So we're going to leave this one out. We're going to pull it through with our string here to the very end because we want to keep that one out so we can bead with it. And we're going to tie, once you reach the end here, you want to leave about 2 to 3 inches here. It's better to leave it longer than it is shorter because you can always cut, then you can get more string. And what we're going to do is we're going to pull this through more, and we're going to just create a knot at the top here. And we're going to make sure that our knot has this string directly at the top here because we want our beads to then be directly on top of this tassel. So I'm going to tie one more knot around here. Doesn't hurt to knot it again, so that way it's just nice and secure, just like so. And I'm going to pull it tight. And I made it so that way the string is just resting right on top there. You can cut this a little bit more so it's a little hidden, but the bead will hide it when it slides up next to it. So once you have your string at the very top there with the knot, you're going to start beading your beads through. I like to start with a large bead because it hides the knot a little bit better that we just tied here. So we're going to take our end with the tape on it, and we're just going to loop it through, grab at the end here, and pull it down. And it will end up right next to that tassel. And we're just going to continue on. The pattern doesn't necessarily matter from there. I just prefer that the larger one goes first, but then I really just mix it up. Sometimes I'll do 2 small ones in a row, 1 small one and a big one next to each other. It really doesn't matter. It's just a personal preference. And you're just going to continue beading here like so. So once you have your beads all the way to the end, you're gonna get to about 2 inches at the end of your string here. And what you're gonna do from there is you can set it aside and you're gonna make one more tassel for the end here. So again, it's wrapping around your hand 20 times and tying it in the hidden knot. For our smaller ones, you do that 15 times. We're doing those the same exact way. That's how you start it, is your tassel, and then starting to bead your beads through. So we have our second tassel here, and we're gonna again take a pen or a pointy object here to create a little tunnel for the string to go through. And then we're going to pull it through here, just like so. And you're going to pull it through, and then what you're going to do is just make a knot around here to secure it to the jute string, just like so. Let me just get my hand. You want to make it as tight as possible because you want it to get close. So now that I have it pulled here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the bead here and kind of pull it as close as I can to the tassel and then pull the knot like so. And there you have your second tassel. You can cut it off here so that way it's a little bit more hidden, but now you have 2 tassels and your beaded garland here, and that's what you can do with, that's an option for the beads that we will be sending you. For the other 2 options, you're going to start, like I said, with the smaller tassels. You're gonna bead it through. You're going to do that for a 6-inch one with the napkins. You're gonna cut it for 10 inches, again, leaving that 4-inch space. And then with the vase one, we're going to do it at 14 inches and again, cut it for 18 so you have that 4 to work with. So I'm going to show you how we're going to tie the napkin rings and the vase one because the process is exactly the same as the garland besides the ending here. So I have my smaller tassel that I did 15 times around my hand, looped it, looped my string, beaded it all the way through. And this is again 14 inches now with some space. And I'm going to again tie it how I did it the last time with just it tunneled through here. Do it one more time. And this one is just going to have that one tassel that we're tying it through, just like so. And we can loop it around, tie our knot, and just make sure that it's extra close here, just like so, to tie the 2 together. And again, we can cut it and hide the string there. And then this is just going to drape over your vase. Like I said, you can hang on a doorknob, on any furniture pieces. It's really just an extra special touch. You're gonna do the same thing with the napkin rings that we have here. You're going to do a 6-inch napkin ring, or if you have some napkins that might be smaller or bigger, you can customize it. But you're going to have a 6-inch napkin ring that you're cutting 10 inches, your small tassel, and you're going to knot it exactly the same. So you have lots of options here. They're about the same process, just a little bit different sizing and ending. But I really think that this is going to be something so simple that adds just an extra touch to any decor that you already have. I know it's something popular that are in stores right now. This is just a much easier, quicker, cheaper alternative that is really just nice to have a special touch that's handcrafted by you. So that is all we have today. Thank you for joining me. We will see you next time. But in the meantime, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and also follow us on our Instagram and Pinterest page, At Home with Shabby. And if you create one of these, make sure you tag us with hashtag @HomeWithShabby so we can see all of your finished projects. Thank you.